with our things there. And as I was saying, this is segment 1 now, or part 1 that we did. This is part 2, the beginning of it. And an intelligent person is one who is not afraid to be confronted with something diametrically opposite to that which he or she has been led to believe being the truth. What is truth there? When you check it out against that of an ignorant person and an intelligent person, the intelligent person will simply say, well, I never heard of that. Where did you get that from? Let me see that. Tell me some more about it. I want to know what it is. Because that person is not afraid of having been confronted with something diametrically opposite to that which he or she believes. But he goes on and she goes on because they're not afraid. That is because they're intellectually secure to handle any adversity in terms of knowledge that is out there. And that's a mark of a very intelligent person. See? That's what you are out there, my listeners. And I hope there will be more of you. But this kind of a program is not going to attract a lot of people because it's over and beyond their mentality to handle it. But some people will pick up on it who are intelligent but lack the knowledge. But they will not be afraid to handle it. And that's the big thing about this kind of programs here. You can do that. And you also see leka1@hotmail.com up there. Leka1, that's the number 1 at hotmail.com. And you see underneath there, you see the Elusitarian's view of the upside down world. And that's me. Because we are standing upside down in this country and we don't even know it. But back to the intelligent comparison here. Now, I'll give you the ignorant person. The ignorant person will react with emotion to what I say because it's so diametrically opposite to that which he or she has the mental capacity to understand. In other words, these people are brainwashed. And when I say something diametrically opposite to that which they have been indoctrinated into, will react with emotion because that's the only thing that makes them feel good. Or you, get out of my face because I don't like what you say. This cannot happen here. This is America and it can't happen here. You've heard that kind of stuff before. But that is what the ignorant people do. They come and confront me with this thing. That I should not be here. Why don't I go down to Cape Canaveral and they send me on a one-way trip out there somewhere? Yeah. And that's how I differentiate between one who is intelligent and one who is not. Listen to this. The society that scorns excellence in plumbing because plumbing is a humble activity, but tolerates shoddiness in philosophy because philosophy is an exalted activity, will have neither good plumbing nor good philosophy. Neither its plumbing or its philosophy will hold water. To illustrate a little more here, I have on my roster of people that I've confronted this with, and these people are constitutionalists, dyed-in-the-wool kind. And they were very angry with me when they were confronted with that the United States is not a country, but it is a corporation. In what context does the Constitution apply to a corporation? I asked them. None had any answer, and they did not like what I had to say because they reacted like the aforementioned experiment that I illustrated about the ignorant and the intelligent person. You see, they are PhDs in constitutional studies, and they couldn't handle the truth. You know, remember that movie? What's his name? Jack Nicholson and A Few Good Men. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. And that is the big problem here that we have. Who out there can handle the truth without falling apart? In the Bible, because I'm a genuine, bona fide, born-again Christian, you'll find the same thing. The whole world been deceived, says the Bible. There are very few people who understand the truth. And the ones who do are the ones who know how to think for themselves. So you learn how to think for yourself if you don't already know that. And then you start checking out the things that I have done. No one came and threw stuff in my face. It was hard work to do what I did. Very hard work. You can't stand outside there on the street corner and hold your hands out and it drops right in front of you. That doesn't work. You got to go work for it. Knowledge is not something that comes easy. You have to fight for it, because there's a score of people who want to deny you the truth. How do I know? Because they come after me. Yeah. They want to shut me down. They don't like what I have to say, because they're basically insecure in their ignorance. They're haughty and they're full of pride, like the congressmen and the senators in the White House. This is what you're up against. You see? These people do not earn their money. They steal it from you and me. And you and I work to build up this country in the 1950s and the 60s, the industrial era of the United States. But now there's people from Congress and the senators who come and ask you to vote for them in each election. They steal your money. And yet, you vote for them out there. Why do you vote for something that's going to be to the detriment of you and your family? You should think a little bit more before you go into this kind of stuff there. That's what you need to do. And you need to start now, because America is just about finished. We're down the tube. We fell off the cliff. And the abyss is not some place you're going to like to be. Can America be saved? I don't think so. It's too late. We have done everything wrong, because we have had all these decades to wake up, and we have not woke up. We're still asleep at the wheel. You know, I'm going to also, in future programs here, giving you some quotes by intelligent people that will back up everything that I say. But I don't want you to think that I'm going to teach you these things. You got to go out and find out what the truth is yourself, because it's not going to come to you easy. It's something that you need to work for. Instead of sitting there in front of your television set with the six-pack, go out and get yourself some intelligent information, and I'll show you some good books to read if you want to do that. But if you don't want to do that, then just switch over to some other program someplace. There's plenty of programs to entertain you. I do not entertain. I try to get your brain cells to think about the responsibility that you have for yourself and for your family. You can't sit there on the side wall and dangle your feet. No. You are responsible for the condition here, not the politician, because you have let them do this. If you stop them dead in their tracks, they would not be able to do this. It's that simple. But you permitted them to do this because you chose to let